Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here. It is 12:40 p.m. on December 1st, 2024 in Greektown, Kitsilano, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It is 8 degrees outside on a sunny afternoon in the city. In this video, I walk for 1.6 kilometers, starting by the bus stop at West Broadway in McDonald, then stroll west on West Broadway, cross the street at Blenheim, returning east on the other side of West Broadway, ending my trek by the bus stop at West Broadway in McDonald. To support the channel, click the heart icon to send me a super thanks. For updates, follow me on TikTok and Instagram at jforestwood. And if you enjoy this video, smash that like button, share it, and subscribe. Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here. We're just walking on West Broadway here in Greektown, Kitsilano. We just crossed McDonald Street. It's a beautiful day out today, as you can see. And it is 8 degrees Celsius with just a slight breeze. We haven't had sun in quite some days, so it's good to see the sun out and about. And you can see plenty of Vancouverites out and about just because of that. And we're over here in what was historically known as Greektown, and is much more diverse than just the Greek diaspora group that chose to settle here back in the day. And ever since 1961, this is has become progressively more diverse, especially with the Pan-Asian influence that's prevalent over here in Vancouver, as well as the Metro Vancouver area. This area, of course, has a few remaining Greek services like Serrano Bakery and the Greek Senior Center and other services like that, but it's got a lot of restaurants, both for the tourists and the locals. And right now it's local season, of course, because it is the it's December 1st and we're approaching the winter. So this is when the locals get to enjoy the restaurants without as many tourists coming on over here. And tourists do happen to come on over this neighborhood oftentimes in the spring, summer, and fall because of the beaches that are in and around this area. Keep walking here along West Broadway in Greektown, Kitsilano. Just passing Lala Island over here, which is one of your local cafes. See a lot of students as well as remote workers working in there. And along this strip right here, we have a lot of different restaurants, including Tachigan right up here, which is one of the really good Mexican restaurants here in the neighborhood. This would be Tachigan right here. They're so good. Definitely worth checking out. Now, this is a family-friendly area. There is a lot of families who live in single-family dwelling homes to the north and the south of this retail strip. And to the north of us, of course, about 4 blocks up, and there's also a West 4th Ave, which is a rather long retail strip here in the city as well. And keep walking here. Oh wow, the sun is so bright. And you got that Vancouver Vancouver glow. Of course, after almost a solid week and a half of no sun, we are finally getting some sun. And it is a beautiful thing. Definitely a beautiful thing. I'll stop here. This is Balaclava Street. And it looks like they changed the restaurant on over here. This is Kit's sushi house before. Now it is Hanoi or Quarter Restaurant, essence of Northern Vietnamese cuisine. That's interesting. Of course, this is Balaclava and West Broadway across the street here. It's just another part of the regular ebbs and flows of a city. Looks like the crosswalk is closed out here. We'll see what's going on here. It's a crosswalk closed. So if we've done double back, we'll double back. Over here, of course, is a local Hollywood theater. This is where you have live music acts coming in. Look, we got the DJ Kubert coming through. Mope Deep. And they'll have other acts in there. One really popular Canadian act here in Canada. Hayden was here last year to play in the Hollywood Theater as well. So definitely a place to come and check out. We're just passing Serrano Bakery. This is Serrano right here. It's your local Greek bakery, and this is the produce store that we go to. Which is the City Avenue produce store. Very popular. And lots of good stuff in here. We also have one over on Kitsilano, or over on Commercial Drive. Must be the reason. It looks like they're redoing the building here. And businesses. There was one business on over here that did burn back in the day, about a year or two ago. It's called Deacons, and it now looks like it's changing. The scaffolding that's in town. It'll definitely be interesting. This is the intersection of Trutch and West Broadway. Look at that sign. As we cross the street, you'll be able to see some snow on top of those mountaintops. We got some really good eyes. Some of it's for the ski hills and some of it's natural. It's really only getting snowy at the very top of the mountains right now. It's more frost on a day like today. Well, the reason it snows up there is because it's a higher elevation and it's colder. And down here we have 8 degrees. It's just a beautiful day for this time of year in Vancouver. The cool thing about Vancouver is even at 8 degrees we still have that humidity that comes in, and it does keep you a little bit warmer. Like a nice warm blanket going over you. It can become problematic when it gets really hot in the summertime. That rarely ever happens. I didn't feel it this year. But definitely makes it a little more pleasurable and comfortable in the wintertime. I'm going to loop back over here if you want to see what else is down here in the Greektown strip. You got to come down here and check it out yourself. Spend some money. There's a lot of good places on past here, including Heinz, one of the local Irish pubs in the neighborhood. We have a large Irish diaspora group here in Vancouver. I just hit that more than one time for my pure amusement, folks. Keeps me out of trouble. And this is the intersection of Blenheim and West Broadway. Across the street at the moment it is delayed because West Broadway is a longer and busier strip here in Vancouver, and both West Broadway over here in Greektown and East Broadway that goes through the Granby Woodland neighborhood and the Commercial Driveway neighborhood. We'll cross here. See the long winter shadows right now. They're starting to come. It's not officially winter until December 20th or 21st, somewhere time around there. But definitely it feels like it. And that's usually how it feels, whether you're here in Vancouver or another city like my hometown of Toronto. When you're at the tail end of fall. And this place is getting some business over here, as well as the Vogue cakes. This is Veg Out. Got lots of vegetarian stuff. Looks pretty good. Looks like they have found a great location to come to. Not usually see a whole lot of food trucks over here. Occasionally you'll see one or two. It's good to see them down here making some coin. Passing a Pure Delight Vietnamese cafe on over here. I really enjoy that place. They do a really, really good job, and they make a nice banh mi too. Now, beyond just the families living in and around the area, this is also a very popular place for the student population. And this is one of the hot pot restaurants we're walking past. And of course, West Broadway here in the 99 UBCV line comes down from the University of British Columbia. There's a lot of students that come through the neighborhood because of that. Nice guy, he doesn't have to wait for me. I have the red light. He has to right away. That's a cautious driver there. You know that guy, give him a props, he's awesome. He was seen driving safe on Jerome Forest Way. He paused. So many, it's not only the drivers that are sometimes poor here. Sometimes it's the pedestrians too. And I do make my mistakes as well, so we're all in this boat together. And best to laugh at each other and have some fun. Let's keep walking here. Of course, so long as no one gets hurt. Let's keep walking. And over here we have several different restaurants. They're just starting to open up right now. As well as clothing stores. There's both couture designs here, so one of a kind or one of just a few, as well as thrift stores. These are your upscale thrift stores. These are not your downscale thrift stores. Here's Turnabout right here. They call themselves Authentic Luxury, and they specialize in thrifting for luxury brands. Here's the store right here. You can see looks like they still got some Black Friday deals for another day. This is considered a more affluent neighborhood, but there actually is a mix of both working class and affluent people that live in and around the area. But there is also a strong sense of NIMBYism, not in my backyard here. A lot of the single-family dwelling homeowners and several of the new high-rise projects will be coming to this area. In the future, this area is just going to become a predominantly high-rise area. Well, that won't happen for several more years, but as the subway extension project is coming to an end over on Arbutus Street, Arbutus and West Broadway, on the east side of Kitsilano, you'll progressively see that building that's happening quite quick on that part of the strip. start to come on over here, especially when there's buildings going up on Arbutus as well. And to the south of West Broadway. Let's keep walking here. Something that the local population isn't really appreciating as much. There's 2 new housing developments coming into Greektown, Kitsilano right now. Or not Greektown, Kitsilano, over on West Point Grey. Both in the Point Grey village and on the Jericho lands. And then finally there's one happening on over in Kitsilano, on Kits Point over at by the Broad Street Bridge. 2 of them are new developments that if you can afford to live in them, anyone can, but they're being developed by local indigenous communities on their land. And one of them is being built by a private developer, of course, of non-indigenous origins, also in the West Point Grey and the Point Grey village. At least as far as I'm aware. If you know different, feel free to put it in the comments and it'll help educate everyone else. You can cross. And you can see how I stopped for the cars. This is the white car that crossed. They have the right of way, but it's always good to be a little extra cautious. Vancouver drivers, Metro Vancouver drivers have a reputation for being some of the worst in all of Canada, which is unfortunate, but it's published by CTV News and CBC News. Let's keep walking. Looks like some people coming out of Domino's. Both a family and a student. Keep walking here. Over here, this is one of our Latin grocery stores right here. This is part of the local community. That's where you come, fresh is best. Right next to Garland's Florist. And then of course we got the local JJ being right on over here. Very popular place. And still some people out on the patio. It's good to see. Well, like it said, this is the locals area, so we're passing our local Home Hardware right now. This is where you get everything from your kitchen supplies, your toilet paper, all that type of stuff. You need a piece of wood, you can go on in there and get a piece of wood too. But there's other options as well, like Home Hardware and stuff like that. Or not Home Hardware, Home Depot and stuff like that too. And there is a Home Depot fairly close to this location, over at Cambie and West Broadway, in the Fairview neighborhood, one neighborhood over. I'm just gonna wait for the light to change. This is the intersection of McDonald's and West Broadway. Across the street here. And there goes the 99 commercial Broadway bus. And that'll head all the way out to Commercial Broadway station, which is along the drive. That's also the transfer point between from moving from the Expo line to the Millennium line here in the city. Doesn't look like I'm going to catch that one. Fair enough. I'm in no rush. So I was walking calmly. Here's the bus stop on over here. So thanks everyone for coming along. Just remember to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later, okay? Have a good day.